Hey guys, welcome to Jaylee's Closet Tour. First up, we have Arctic Aether. I'd wanted this chess piece for a really long time, so of course I had to include it here as a glamour. I think as you'll notice throughout the video, most of these glams do not have weapons included. Mostly because I'm bad at picking out weapons to go with them, but also because, you know, these glams can be used by many different healers, which yes, most of them are healing glams, but there's some other classes mixed in as well, or ones that can be used on every class. And Snowy Snuggles. I love this glam. I actually kind of put it together, most of it, as I was making this video. I knew I wanted to include the sweater and the tights, but the rest of it I didn't have. And these gloves I'm actually not a huge fan of, but I really wanted the white poofies on the side, so I ended up just going with them. But there's tons that would work for this glamour. Her beck and call. So this one's a little more creepy than usual for Jaylee, but she definitely keeps it in her closet because this chess piece is gorgeous. I'm a huge fan of all the little details on it, and so I mean it's really just the main part of the glamour. Everything else is just kind of there. Nothing else is too flashy like a big helm or anything like that. So when I first came back to the game after stopping after Heavensward, this was the first glamour I actually farmed for. And I was so happy when I got all the pieces. I decided to name this one Your Majesties Masquerade. Again, this is a pretty simple one. However, what I really liked doing with this was actually pairing it with tall boots and pants rather than like a skirt or short boots or anything like that. I call this glam Ishgardian business because I feel like it would just fit in so well in Ishgard. I love this chess piece. I love that it's dyeable. It didn't used to be in Heavensward, but they made a new one for Stormblood for leveling. I think it dyes incredibly well. One of my favorite parts of this glamour is actually the helm and the boots have a blue gem in them. That's the reason I chose those boots, is because of that gem. So even though the whites don't match perfectly, I really kind of wanted to accent those two together. This is my protection glamour. I actually decided to make this, or came up with this, after getting those boots. I love those boots to pieces. I call them the step on me boots. But everything just kind of came together when I started piecing it together. I use this chess piece because it kind of has some plate looking elements that match really well with the boots. And then I also dyed my nails red to kind of match that red sash behind me there. This is my lovely Vibrance and Fluttering glamour. It's probably my most colorful glamour of any I've ever made. I mean, once you get a good look at it, you'll see why. I used so many different dyes, I tried to pull so many different colors, and it was all started and based around this book, Ithaca, or Ethica? I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But this book is gorgeous. I was really lucky and got it one of my first runs before I even knew that those gorgeous weapons existed. And I've used it quite a lot since I've gotten it. You'll also see a close-up of my nails, which are dyed regal purple, because like I said, I really wanted to bring out all the colors in the book, and I thought that would be a nice touch to kind of bring those colors out. This is a rather new glamour for me. I call it the Tattered Tank glamour. I really wanted to have a tank glamour with this chest piece, and I felt like the skirt worked really well. The blacks aren't exactly the same, but I like them. And my favorite part of this whole glamour has got to be the tattered part of the skirt. I've used this glamour many times before. This is my Scholarly Charms glamour. The skirt is the Augmented Scholars culottes? I'm not sure. But there's a piece, a little band you can kind of see that is always orange. So dyeing this kind of gave me a bit of a headache, but I went ahead and just embraced the orange. I think it looks really good, and it contrasts the light blue of her hair a lot. And another one of my favorite parts of this glamour are those boots. I feel like they look like just the perfect pair of schoolgirl shoes to go with this glamour. This is actually a glamour that I brought over from Jeanette, and while Jaylee doesn't use it a lot, I thought it would be a fun one to include. This is my Field Medic glamour. I love how it all kind of comes together, and it really does look like you're ready to be out and healing in the field. The red cherry blossom corsage looks more pink to me, and so that's why all the dyes are coral pink. And if I could, I would probably change the skirt, because I know there are definitely some better ones out there. I have so much to say about Golden Maiden. I don't know if I'll be able to get it all done in time, but this was my first and so far my only samurai glam. I got the chest piece before I even hit 70 on my samurai, and I just loved it so much. I think it dyes super well. So I kind of started messing with different items that would work, and this is what I ended up with. There is a little bit of pink on the boots that I'm not a huge fan of, but the rest of it all dyes so well. It just fits together so well. Even the gloves that I got that I'm actually using, not for a glam, they just ended up fitting perfectly with the glam. This is probably my most used glamour. This is my Moon-Kissed Mikote. It fits most of her classes perfectly. It fits her perfectly. And it can be used with any class, minus the jewelry, that is, but those can be changed. I think it just looks so simple, so elegant, gorgeous, and considering she is a moon kitty, it works perfectly. It just screams moonlight to me. This is another more recent glamour as well. I really wanted to do something with my yukatas because I kind of forgot I had them for a long time. So this is the Fairest Fair. I paired it with the Thavenarian headdress, and I think altogether it just kind of comes together really well. I do plan on changing the headdress to be the pure white, because you can tell it is kind of different and it bugs me just a little bit, but I liked it enough I wanted to include it anyways. My cats and cream glamour. I'm obsessed with yellow right now, and I'm also obsessed with these pants. I saved for them for a long time, and then they finally dropped in price on the market board, so I went ahead and bought them. This happens to actually be a glam that any class could wear too, but I currently use it for my bard. It's super simple, and even though the chest piece would change depending on what race you are, I think it would still look good with a lot of different versions of it. And last but certainly not least, we have Mean Girl mode. This is a newer glamour as well, and I usually prefer to use it when she has blonde hair, because I don't know, it works so well with blonde hair. But one of my favorite pieces of this glam are actually the gloves. You would not think that they would dye like this or dye this well whenever you see their base model, but they turned out really perfect, and I think it's just a super cute glam if you want to have fun with your girls. So I think you can tell I kind of got lax in my editing here. That's why this last clip is so long. Everything you need is linked in the description box below if you want to see anything else. But thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. And I have so many more glams that I plan on showing off somehow, some way, and hopefully I'll get better and better at editing them and explaining myself. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.